here, allowing them to make it out alive.
Oh,
Techno JJ now sniping through, able to get a clip onto Nomad Vagabond. Not enough to pick up the kill, but enough to force the recall on Nomad and onto Agony as well. Got a big stun coming from Techno JJ there. Blood for blood. I'm not even sure if it landed. I think the stun came through first. Joker now forced down to a point that he's going to have to start thinking about recalling. But now here comes back Viking. He's going to try to get some farm back here on this Scarf. We now have 4,000 gold lead for the side of Sly Imperium. And this is going to be a quick turnaround, I think, here. I think, you know, it's very early, looking to be maybe a DVI favor, maybe even a little bit even, I would say. But now Sly, they're starting to take pretty dominant control.
Denominate, what a difference 2 minutes make. We were talking about how close, and actually in the favor, gold-wise, DVI were looking, and like you said, they are now 4k gold behind. One thing I do want to point out is that Viking has got Eve of Harvest as second damage item. Considering he got Halcyon Chargers, I actually don't agree with that. I do think the Viking on the Scarf should have full damage items. Even a Dragon's Eye, I feel, would be better than Eve of Harvest in this situation. However, Broken Myth, I feel, would be the best choice with that Pierce that will come through for himself. However, he's gone for that little bit of sustain, looking to really survive against the engagers coming out from DVI. But with the Lyra on board, with the Art and the Gauntlet, I just don't think it's really needed. You need to be that powerhouse as the Wolfsmore comes out but doesn't quite connect to Omni.
Yeah, a little bit of a hit and miss there, but I don't think Sly are going to sweat it too much. They've got this turret, no problem. And even though DVI found a lot of damage there, I think Sly are pretty comfortable at this point. There we go, Techno JJ just spitting out some of them abilities. Massive amount of damage. I actually want to look at the damage charts at the end of this one here.
Oh, yeah.
Techno JJ is killing it, and in fact, I think the Joker here, he's a little bit caught out of position here, trying to push wave into that bottom turret. That's going to be another kill going over to the side of Sly. 7 on the board. Not a ton to be said for kills of this game. Not a ton of aggression. But as the teams are starting to get into their full build mark, they're getting pretty close at least. This is where Sly is really going to start to push. I mean, there's not enough damage at this point coming out of the side of DVI. Agony almost caught out there, but in the end, DVI, they're able to turn that one around and force Sly out. So it's just going to allow him to live to fight another day here.
Yeah, but Fountain was used on the side of DVI, so that's something that they are going to have to be fearful of. Oh, the pull coming out. Magnus gets a final blow onto Lyra, and this is going to be a 5v4 situation there. They're going to look to engage hard onto DVI.
Yeah, they absolutely are. Agony is down. Nomad Vagabond is going to follow very quickly. Viking channels up that ult. Doesn't really get a chance to do much with it, though. Not a ton of damage coming from the Scarf yet. You know, just a lot of aggression coming from Sly, realistically. So we'll have to see what Sly are able to do. They now have Tyra's rejoining them here. There's the dagger through the wall. Not able to connect onto Viking, so I think he should make it out alive here. This isn't Battle Royale, so no extended range for Kiana Nakoa either. So that's not gonna be a pickup on the Scarf there, but it's gonna be returning to farm.
Well, Sly are playing as if they have talents. They are that damn good in this 5v5. But, you know, Kiana and Nakoa have been so effective. We talk about somebody like Lyra being one of the best engagement-heavy captains. Yates, when played right, he does the exact same.
Oh boy, Viking caught out. So did Joker. Cracks barely alive here. Is he going to make it out? There's the foul coming through. He's going to make it. Here comes Techno JJ, huge damage, bringing down Agony, bringing down Nomad Vagabond. X-Dragon, he's the only one remaining on the team, and he's just going to hightail it out of here, get back to base at this point, maybe defend that top turret. Nope, not even going to do that. He's going to come try to hold mid. 13 kills on the board in favor of Sly, 7,000 gold lead. We do have Viking and Joker coming up right now, and Agony and Nomad Vagabond in 5 to 10 seconds, so see if this is the final push. Oh, X-Dragon gets pulled in. Cracks, he is going to fall a little bit too far on the side of Sly. Techno JJ now on the run, channels that ult, 1,000 damage. I don't know if it's going to be quite enough. Vikings here, he's pretty much full health, full energy. Oh, not after that one. Techno JJ low on energy. I think that's just going to be Sly having to get out here. The engage comes through. Arcane Passage right down. Not going to be enough. Wolfsmaw with the Overwhelm coming through. Tyra's, he's now looking for more, but oh, he might have found himself in a rough spot. That's going to be another kill going over to the side of DVI. And that should be a little bit of bounty gold going over to them. Nothing crazy, but it is going to look to be a ghost wing here as they have all of their members grouping up. Nobody really here to get the steal this time either, so this one is going to go over to DVI, I believe. Yep, there it is.
And now they should, if anything, go straight for Blacklaw. Yeah, okay, they can clear wave, but I actually think they could go for Blacklaw, because with that Ghostwing buff, even though they're
Tyra's
behind,
being down. Well, with Tyra's being down too, would have been key.
Yeah, it would have been, but they chose the Ghostwing, played it a little bit safe. They can now reposition, regroup, more importantly, and then look to engage. However, they did use their Arcane Passage. Well, it is up now, but they haven't got the Gauntlet available on the side of Joker. Other than that, they do have the likes of the Crucible and the Fountain ready to go to really help themselves get back into this game. They are rotating all the Arcane Passage.
The Arcane Passage and the Bright Bulwark. Techno JJ, he's thrown out that Chrono Driver, no stuns. He's taking quite a bit of damage. What can he do here? Viking finally turning it around with the damage here on this Scarf. Not going to make it out. Techno JJ, he's going to die. Viking, he was looking for Keanu Nakoa and able to find it on the back line there. It is going to be Agony picked up by Hundor. Scarf, he is going to pick up the kill onto Cracks. Now Viking, he was coming over, but Hundor's in. Hundor is huge, and he finds the kill. Can Joker find Tyra's? He can't. That's going to be a quadra kill coming through for Hundor. That's going to be an ace for the side of Sly. And I think that might just be a chance for Sly to push through the victory here. We do have Nomad Vagabond and X-Dragon coming up, but Hundor, he's huge right now. Tyra's pretty huge as well on the damage. I think this one's just going over to Sly. They might even look for the kill just to be a little bit on the cheeky side here, but that's going to be game 2, 20 minutes in, going over to Sly, 18-11. About a 6,000 gold lead there at the end. Imperium, huge game. No weapon power coming through on the side of Sly, with the exception of the Serpent's Mask for Hundor.
I did notice that in something, because in the last couple of patches we've seen very much it being heavily based on weapon power damage, but with the likes of Magnus coming out, with the likes of these mid lane mages being so so prominent, as well as even these CP mage junglers with the likes of Samuel being played in jungle and other heroes like that, we're seeing CP really come back into it. Plus with the likes of a hybrid Idris being played by Hundor, where you're able to unlock both passes with weapon power and CP, you're really allowing this speed to come very much back into the meta. DVI did a lot better than Omni. They really did. A couple of team fights, they really played a strong gameplay, but one thing I noticed that it's not quite as synergized, because in the last game, when the Arcane Passage came out from Keanu Nakoa, it was perfectly executed. But on this game, with the DVI side, when the Arcane Passage came out, it felt a little bit random. It felt a little bit rushed, a little bit panic on the Arcane Passage, and not really as much of a reaction that came out from the rest of the DVI side. Not that they did bad, but I just think signs like that shows the lack of synergy overall that the DVI side have compared to Sly. But definitely a good performance that came out from DVI. I just think they need to do a little bit more, a little bit early on, to get the better of Sly.
Definitely. Anyways, right now, congratulations to Sly, as they do secure right now 2-0 situation in this BO5 in the grand finals of the European Champions Cup. Guys, real quick, I got to apologize for the crashes and what's going on in Vainglory and stuff. It's not anything I can take care of, unfortunately. It's not on my side, but like, it is bugging a little bit there, and we did have the stream crash twice, so sorry for that. I'll try and get it as smooth as possible on this next upcoming match. But anyways, the next match might be the last one. If Sly is able to secure and win the next upcoming match, that means it's a 3-0 situation for them, and they will be the European Grand Champions in this European Champions Cup, brought to you by the Mobile Gaming League. Anyways, we do have normally another set of giveaways coming up in chat. You just got to check out and look out for what the keyword is. You got, how much is it? We got a bunch of ice that we're giving away, just piles of 500 ice. So do check out in the chat when we will be giving that away. But anyways, guys, we're going to be trying to jump into the draft. Do you think anything different is going to be coming up into this next upcoming game? Or maybe something a little bit different from DVI? Maybe they're going to try and look for that early aggression because they dealt with it in game number 2 with the flicker. Game number 1, so with the flicker. Game number 2, they also dealt with it with a Jong invade. They tried to apply a lot of pressure. They did do it, but unfortunately just fell off pretty heavily. Do you think they're going to try and rely a lot more around the early game? Or maybe change and shift it completely towards the late game?
I definitely want to throw something out here that they're going to have to consider the Magnus on the side of DVI. I said I was going to look up the damage charts. 50,000 damage for Techno JJ on the Magnus. Next closest, Hundor, 34,000 damage. 16,000 damage over the next person, and 26,000 over Viking on the Scarf. So you can see what Techno JJ was able to pull together with that Magnus there. The 9, 1, and 3 there at the end. So Magnus, if you get into a comfortable spot, he's absolutely just so destructive.
and part of that is because Sly was able to have a composition that was able to essentially... It was partly DVI's own fault because, like we said during the game, DVI should have put Samuel in mid lane, to be honest. Whereas they didn't. They put the Scarf in mid lane. Magnus was able to really build up into that strong itemization. But like I said, DVI, they need to play a really strong early game composition. They need to play in Idris Reza combo. They need to play an Inara Reza combo. Just something that is really going to dive heavy on front line in the early game, put a lot of pressure on side, and put DVI in control of this game from the first minute.
Yeah, we should be getting in here. We got the Churnwalker band away. We've got the Lorelei, so still a lot of prioritization on some of these really, really potent captains here in 3.9. They get taken off the board really early. However, that's left a lot of really strong power carries available for both teams. Now, we see the Magnus is getting banned away here by the side of DVI. Makes a ton of sense. I think if you're going to go up against a Magnus, you have to have somebody who can really pressure him early. In Imperium, the Scarf just wasn't able to do that to me. The Scarf didn't give any threat to the Magnus. We saw Techno JJ just come completely unhinged there at the end, just go absolutely out of control. I really would have liked to see the Samuel in the mid lane versus the Magnus, someone who can farm very well in the early game, has a decent amount of clear, has some self-sustain of their own for both energy and health on the Samuel. So,
man. But look at this, like, Viking go out with the kinetic first pick. Not the worst first pick in the row, but Sly followed up with Lyra and the Flicker. It's like Sly just kind of going, yeah, it's fine. Pick whatever you want. We're still gonna push you early game. You know, as you do see, there's a small bit of an issue with the draft look to get this started. Is there two denominators?
Yes,
cool.
Yes. I am me and Imperium today.
And you guys couldn't hear me, man. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I doing? I don't know. Okay, we've got to get people back into the game. We're going to try and start it again. It's all good. I wasn't looking at draft. I was just doing my thing. So what was going on in draft there, guys? Can you, like, tell me? God damn.
Well, not a ton yet. I mean, we're still very early in the draft there, Rex.
I'm gonna put these glasses on.
I just want to know what was it to denominate like.
I'm being told that it's heaven.
Oh, really? Is that what you're being told? You're being lied to, my furry little friend. You are being... But no. So, yeah, so... Look, you know, what happened in draft so far is just, we're seeing Sly kind of going, yeah, okay, you can ban whatever you want, you can pick whatever you want, but we're still going to play early game aggression. And yes, DVI picked up a strong hero first pick in Kinetic, but not really a hero that is prioritized as a first pick. And then Sly followed up with a Lyra and a Flicker, as if just to go, no, we're just gonna go hard on you once again. We're not giving you a chance, guys. We nearly gave you a chance the second game, but no, we're not gonna make the same mistakes. Flicker and Lyra, you're gonna see most likely, if given a chance, Samuel on the Techno JJ, maybe a Scarf or Celeste, but I definitely think Techno JJ on that Samuel with Lyra will be the best combo for Sly.
I mean, we got another one of the bugs, so you can't invite people in the group. So it's all good. Gotta enjoy it once again. You'll try and jump into the draft once again ASAP, just for you guys extra piece of information. If you guys didn't know, normally right now there is a giveaway going on in chat for some ice, so just check out for the keyword, and you'll be having the opportunity to win that good old ice. And also right now there is a giveaway on the official Twitter page of Mobile Gaming League if you guys want to go and check it out. It is on /MGL_esports, and they are doing a giveaway of a brand new Razer headset. So if you want to go check it out, it is I'm gonna go enter myself. I already entered, so you guys can do that and try and win
headset?
One awesome headset. Anyways, we do have all the players. We're gonna try and jump into draft once again. If it is buttery smooth, we should be in game number 3, and maybe the last game of the European Championship, guys.
Could be if Sly take it away.
I'm not gonna lie, but I can see it happening. Nothing against DVI, but unless the draft coming out from DVI really counters the Sly composition, I can't see them doing it right now. We are now gonna go back into this draft straight away. It will be the same bands and the same first couple of picks coming out from both teams. Like I said, we saw Kinetic being picked up first by DVI, followed by the Lyra and Flicker combo from Sly. I'm definitely interested to see. DVI will have had a small bit of time to see what or to think and talk about how to counter the first 2 picks coming out from Sly. So I'm definitely interested to see what their picks will be to get the better of Sly.
Yeah, we will have to see. We're getting a little bit caught up here in the draft. We should see a Kinetic, a Flicker, and a Lyra, right?
We should see Kinetic, Flicker, and Lyra if my spidey senses are tingling in the right way, which they do seem to be. They seem to be hovering over the Kinetic. Come on, guys, just lock it in. Don't leave us waiting.
They're trying to remember. But a lot still on the board. You know, we still have the Silver Nail available. We have Celeste. We have Scarf. Those are some of the better of the, I guess I want to say, mid lane picks. The Anka is still on the board, as well as the Reza. True. So those are 2 big picks as well that are still available. It looks like DVI might be thinking about right now.
Yeah, they also they were hovering over between the Anka and the Arden. Definitely think Anka would be a better choice right now, and I don't think Arden should be picked up on the side of DVI. The reason why is because I kind of think that Lyra counters the Arden a little bit. And plus, I really feel that if you're going to have Anka, which has been picked up by DVI, you should have someone like an Inara or an Idris to kind of help not only work with the Anka very well, but to counter the strong engagement that the likes of a Flicker and an Idris would have in a team fight situation. But they have locked into Arden. Not the worst pick in the world, but let's see how Sly respond.
Yeah, we will have to see the Anka Arden combo there, pretty strong. Ringo, one that we have not really seen in competitive for a while, specifically 5v5, I think, because while he does get a little bit of additional move speed with the Twirling Silver, he doesn't have a dash. And I think that's one of the strongest things of a lot of the laners we see right now, is that they actually have that that gap closer or gap creator, I guess you could call it too. But you know, I think Ringo has a lot of dueling potential. You know, he can darn near outtrade pretty much anybody as far as like a one-to-one attack, thanks to his natural attack speed. He doesn't have to build a swift shooter for that. It's just risky because he doesn't have any way to get away. You know, if Anka gets on him, he's toast. If Arden gets on him, he's toast. I mean, it's just a rough spot.
But my kind of you know, devil's advocate response to that would be, with the 3.9 meta, the first 5 minutes, jungle and bottom lane support each other. Yeah, so I can easily see a Ringo along with the jungler on the side of Sly, Tyrus and Hundor, knocking down 2 bottom lane turrets within the first 5 minutes. Just because you have somebody like Ringo that's able to duel hard with the top laners, able to put out a really good level of DPS. You have Flicker, you have Ringo. Ringo can be very aggressive early game. Giving him half a chance. You're putting him with a Flicker. I definitely think. Plus, at the end of the day, it's gonna be Hundor on this Ringo. If anybody's gonna pull off Ringo in 3.9, it's gonna be Hundor.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. Hundor, definitely a longtime fan of that pick. Actually, we used to see him on the Ringo and the Baron and the Vox. So this time it is going to be the Ringo as we get through. Now we do have the Samuel and Kinetic on the side of DVI, and I like the Samuel mid lane here. It does give them a little bit of a way to contest with the Celeste that Techno JJ is going to be bringing through. So, definitely going to be exciting to see that one run through.
Yeah, and with the Finn being picked up on the side of DVI, will be very much a late game hero. So definitely think DVI, once again, they're not really going... Yeah, okay, Samuel is quite strong early game, as can be Arden and Kinetic, but I definitely think with Nomad being on that Finn, it's going to be hard for him, because Cannon and Co is going to overall get the better of whoa, insane it though. Cannon and Co below half health in the first 40 seconds of Nominate.
Yeah, he absolutely is, but he's going to be all right. He's a Lyra, he can heal himself up, he'll be fine. Techno JJ will be here to help support him here in the mid lane in just a minute. Ooh, unfortunately, he didn't miss that minion going into the turret. But he'll be fine. Again, Lyra things. Here comes Celeste. And, looking down here in the bottom lane, we have X-Dragon and Agni cleaning out the jungle together. No surprises there. Looking over in the top, we've got Tyras and Hundor. Obviously, you mentioned that Flicker and Ringo. That's actually going to be a pretty scary combination, especially if it's just going to be Joker in the top lane here on the Arden. Again, not a ton of gap creation on the Arden, but a lot of tankiness.
Yeah, that's the thing. It definitely is a better hero to be played up in the top lane by DVI compared to, let's say, a Flicker in this situation. Now, you could say if you're a Flicker, you'd be able to get onto the Ringo a little bit easier, but definitely think disengagement is the best tool, and tanking is the best tool that DVI can have. Looking at this mid lane, Viking and Nomad, they're putting a bit more pressure onto Techno JJ and Canada Code than I kind of thought would be the case. CS-wise, Vikings on 12, Techno's on 7, but now Flicker going in. Tyrus goes into the mid lane, gets the first blood onto Samuel. That's a rotation we love to see coming out from Sly, playing their experience to their advantage. Saw the fact that they needed help in mid lane. Boom! Came down. Job done, but Tyrus having to pop that healing flask. Possibly will lose his life.
Yeah, he is gonna fall to Agony. Sorry, I had to mute there. I was coughing Imperium. So.
It's cool. It's cool. But, it's all good, bro.
Oh, Nomad Vagabond almost able to get JJ, but Viking is gonna come through and clean that one up. So Viking returns to the lane in time to pick himself up some bounty gold. So sure, he's not feeling too bad about it, and now he'll be able to come through with his minion farming here. Techno JJ just now off of base, might miss a couple minions with Viking shoving the wave, might not, we'll see. Does look like he's gonna miss a couple there in the front. Hundor, he does have Joker shoved pretty good right now, as well as he has a level advantage. So Hundor doing all right on the Ringo right now. Joker just trying to get some farm up. I would really like to see Joker this game go a little bit more tanky. When we do see these successful lane Ardens, they're not going into 3 damage items, which is what we've seen the Joker doing. It is typically more of a defensive build that we see successful. You know, get your team an extra Crucible, get your team an extra Fountain, you know, whatever you need, a Pulse Sweep, whatever it may be that your team needs, you're kind of like an off support.
Yeah, no, I do totally agree, because like we saw in previous games, yeah, you have Finn with the Fountain and you have Arden with Crucible, or vice versa. That definitely would be the best choice for Arden. And then picking up an Atlas second item would be very, very wise and choice to deal with the Ringo. Coming out from Hundor, you're going to be able to blood for blood in there, knock off the Atlas Pauldron, and then really look to shut down Hundor coming into these team fights. Plus with the hook that's going to come out for Nomad Vagabond, that could be the clear opportunity for the Ringo to be shut down on the side of Sly. But Tyson and Hundor going in on the Joker, puts them down to below half health. As we will see, looking 4.5 minutes into this game. CS wise, between the two mid laners, Viking is on 33 and TechnoJJ is on 27. This is the first time we are seeing that Viking is getting ahead in CS.
Cracks just barely going to be able to make it out there in the bot lane. He did tick over to level 6, so he does have that stuffed. Ringo and Flicker able to get that top turret just now. They are both at level 5 respectively. Joker as well sitting here at level 5. Mid lane pretty even right now. As you mentioned, Solar Storm does swing through. Good way to clear some minions, so there's that. But it is going to whiff as far as targets go. But now we have 4 members of Sly here in the mid lane, maybe looking for another mid lane push here. But it does look like it's going to be Hundor and Tyra's going off to the Gold Oak.
Yeah, and this is definitely a good time for Tyrus and Hundor to rotate down. They locked in that first turret for the side of Sly up in that top lane, and definitely like to see DVI do very much same thing. Force of Core comes out, but it does not connect, and I believe that was a mistaken. Actually, no, it wasn't a mistaken Oblivion. It was a calculated Oblivion, but because you don't get the hook off, it doesn't connect onto anybody.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a kill going over to the side of Sly. Pretty easy there when you get the stuff down onto Samuel. But that sent Viking back to spawn. He's picked himself up the Spellfire, so that's good for him. That's going to help him in his farming. He's now, as far as damage is concerned, an item ahead of Celeste, but it looks like TechnoJJ in an opportune moment here may recall, try to get himself some more energy, get some shopping done. At least that's what I would expect to see, but only time will tell. So far, we have 1 turret for 1 turret. Each team's respective top turret is gone. We do have a bottom lane turret here. Looks like getting pushed up by the side of DVI. Cracks is here. He does not have his stuff either. Another kill onto Viking as he returns. That's going to be a kill going over to Sly, as well as the Crystal Treant is a nice little just reward here. Nomad Vagabond, I think he'll live this Hellfire Brew.
See, this is one thing that
1 health! He lived with 1 health! But that's gonna be X-Dragon getting jumped. Nomad Vagabond, I want to clip that. 1 health at the end of that Hellfire Brew. Oh man, that was pretty rough. But DVI, they are gonna lose out on X-Dragon there. Nomad Vagabond, he's gotta recall and get some health here before Cracks makes a cheeky play.
See, in fairness, this is
and that's going to be Agony going in. Not quite able to find the kill onto Kiana and Nakoa. Hundor is now here to answer, though. Cracks maybe disconnected in the bush, but it doesn't matter because the legend Hundor came through, and there's Cracks.
Cracks is back in action. X-Dragon trying to get onto Tyrus, but it's going to be hard to take down the Flicker. And one thing I want to talk about this Ringo right now, Hundor on this Ringo's, one thing people forget is that Ringo really heavily outdamages a lot of CP mid laners. So he's really able to shut down the likes of the Samuel given a chance, and we saw that happen already. And that Hellfire Brew, even though it's weapon power Ringo, that can do quite a good bit of damage. Even though Nomad Vagabond did just about survive, this is really Hundor making everybody see that Ringo is not to be sniffed at in the bottom lane in the 3.9 Vainglory meta. But we do see 8.5 minutes into this game. The goal lead is now 4k in the favor of Sly. It was very even just a couple of minutes ago. I saw that, and now Sly just seemed to hit a point in the game where they go, nope, that's it. We gave you a chance to get a lead. Now we're going to turn it up to 11. We're going to rock your socks off. We are going to win these team fights, and this is exactly what Sly are doing.
Yeah, definitely looks to be the case. Arcane Passage is in. I don't know if it's going to be enough to find Viking. It might be, though. Look at the damage coming through from Hundor. That's going to be a double kill going over to the side of Sly. That's going to be a mid lane turret going over to the side of Sly. And we do have DVI heading over now. But if this game keeps going this way, this is going to be a nice, easy 3-0 victory for Sly. Agony does go ahead and uses that ult to get over the wall, not able to avoid the Hellfire Brew. But, oh boy, now Agony, he's going to be on the run. Stuff comes through. Something happened. I don't know what just went on, but I think he's going to die anyway. We'll just have to see, though. Here it comes. Can he pick up a kill? It is going to be a kill picked up for Viking and a kill picked up for Cracks, as well as a kill picked up for Techno JJ. And Viking, again, was able to get Cracks. He's going to return to the mid lane. Celeste, Techno JJ was able to make it into the top lane. Not able to save that turret, but able to pick up some farm. So he returns with the Dragon's Eye. He's got his Halcyon Chargers. And Techno JJ getting to a very comfortable point of his build at this point. I think we're just looking for that clockwork, and we'll see a lot more aggression coming out of Sly.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Canon and Koa on this Lyre, and even just this Sly team in general, denominate, because we saw the Arcane Passage come out, and all of Sly followed through. You saw Hundor focusing onto Samuel, which he needs to do, and shutting him down. This is Sly just showing the level of experience they have, the level of expertise they have in Vainglory 5v5 right now. So many people can learn how to focus and how to really get into a team winning situation off the likes of Sly by how they just coordinate so well. The 5-man team goes being captured. They're going to be looking to take out DVI in this team fight.
Yeah, Arcane Passage comes through. That's a free kill onto X-Dragon there as they catch him by surprise. Agony is now on the run, but oh man, huge stun. Oh, not enough. Techno JJ went a little too far.
Hellfire Brew.
Hundor with the Hellfire Brew, revenging his teammate there. But man, Techno JJ thought he had the kill, took a couple turret shots, took an Anka to the face, and got the ended up getting the kill. I think we're gonna lose out on a Nomad Vagabond here. I think that turret still very healthy, but not for long, as Hundor reigns in all of the damages.
Yeah, one thing to point out though is, you know, the Joker did get a turret up in the top lane for the side of DVI, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world, and they did react well to that Ghost Wing being captured. So the game is far from down and out between these two teams. The gold lead has gone down from over 4k to around 2.6. So DVI, they're getting into this game a little bit more. We're seeing the flicker on Tyrus, you know, be a little bit less effective as we get further and further into this game. Does have still the dragon contract, Dragon Blue contract, has got Fountain on his side, looking to be a very tanky flicker, but only one tier 3 defensive item with the War Thread. It's gonna work well, but Techno JJ catches out Crumpjaw. Boom! Kill for Sly.
I think Techno JJ caught out Arden, not Grumpjaw, but
sorry, Arden, my apologies. Sorry.
But it looks like he's trying to find some damage onto Nomad Vagabond here. Specifically, he was building up those Dragon's Eye stacks, made it up to 5. Cracks, he is going to have to recall here in the bottom lane. 65 health for him. Uh-oh. Here comes the Agony. What is he going to do? Agony, a little stuck between turrets here. Stuck between turrets and Cracks. But
Stuck
it
between
looks
the
like
rock
he
and
might
the
make
hard
it
place.
out. Uh-oh, here comes Agony looking for Cracks, though. Black Claw is picked up by the side of Sly, and that just gave Cracks
I
all
know,
the health
right?
he needs to get onto Agony here. Agony getting out of dodge. He's
Oh
gonna
no,
be
oh no,
running.
oh
I think
no,
Cracks
oh
is
no!
gonna find him. Oh no! There's the stuffed, and this is gonna be a huge stagger for the side of Sly that they pick up. Even if Agony somehow comes through and gets the kill, or even just makes it out alive, he gets the kill. But look how much time has been wasted for one of the biggest damage carries on the side of DVI at this point. Meanwhile, double kill happens in the mid lane here with the Black Claw. And this is going to be, triple kill now going over to the side of Hundor as Black Claw pushes into the armory, still about half health, and it's only Agony and Nomad Vagabond. That's why I was saying it didn't matter if Cracks got the kill. It was going to be enough to help Sly close out the game. Prevented Agony from being there for the fight, and there's Agony going down. Ace to close things out for Sly here, 23-6, 6,000 gold lead. And Sly, they have done a clean sweep here, 3-0 to win the championship here in this best of 5 Imperium.
Oh man, Sly just a masterclass on how to play Vainglory and how to extract the most out of your composition. We saw Hundor picking up the Ringo, a hero that isn't really known to be played much in the 3.9 meta, like the Kinetic and Silver Nail being a little bit more effective. But you saw that you give him the right level of aggression, the right positioning, with the synergy that comes out from the likes of Keanu, Nicole, and all of the Sly team. Ringo comes into his own. He's able to out-trade and out-damage most CP mage carries. You saw Viking really not being able to do anything in like a 1v1 situation against Hundor. And then you saw the triple kill at the end. It just said, yep, I can play Ringo. Ringo is able to work in the current Vainglory meta. And overall, you then saw the likes of Cracks being very annoying in that top lane position, stopping Agony from kind of being able to do anything. Now Agony kind of hung around a little bit too late at the end of that game, but it's like I said, you know, DVI got closer and closer to kind of securing team fights, but it wasn't enough that I really felt Sly were gonna lose. It was just kind of like Sly were just tickling with DVI a little bit in those games, and they always had full control of the team fights.
Yeah, it does look to be the case. Sly just absolutely dominating victory here to close things out. I mean, 23 kills on the board, 14 minutes. You know, again, I was a little skeptical about the Ringo at first, but I think with where they positioned it, thanks to that bottom lane support for them with Tyra's, who's had constant amazing games here on the Flicker especially. And I actually think that is after watching it happen, that's a pretty devastating combo. That Flicker with the slow just really allows Ringo to be incredibly aggressive. It's almost just wild what Hundor was able to do that game. I didn't expect to see Ringo take off the way he did. So I'm definitely excited to see if the meta changes a little bit now that Hundor came through with such a strong performance there.
Well, it's always going to come down to what's safer in let's say kind of a solo queue situation, and when you don't have the likes of a Tyrus in a jungle position to support you. But you know, yeah, definitely Ringo I'd like to see being played a little bit more into the meta. Max, man, what did you make of that last game and the series as a whole?
Well, last game, like as you just mentioned, they show how to use a comp to its full potential. Ringo, Flicker merging together really well, giving a little bit more room to the Ringo to dash out his maximum damage potential. Also allowing Celeste to hit those Helio, those core collapse pretty nicely. So really their comp was pretty nice. I think it's also like we did see that last game unfortunately, quite a lot of mistakes coming from the side of DVI, like, for example, Nomad Vagabond being low HP, grabbing 2 people towards him, that killed him right after. They tried an attempt as the Force Accord was the Oblivion, didn't work out, and they tried it on the Lyra, just a tanky hero who won't take out that easily. So I think it's mostly mistakes on that last game. They did well game number 1. Game number 2, they almost were able to make it through and maybe win 1, but unfortunately didn't make it. So 3-0 situation to Sly, once again, under the name of Clash, when they were in Los Angeles, able to make Europe proud, and once again here in Europe, under the name of Sly, once again making European players proud. So congrats to them as they do win the European Champions Cup 3-0 versus Divine Vendetta. Anyways, before we do wrap things up, guys, we do have a giveaway going up right now in the chat. Type !Magnus for a chance to win Magnus if you want that new hero. It did get buffed recently, so if you want an OP mid laner with Celeste and Scarf, Magnus is the way to go. Anyways, also another giveaway, like too many giveaways, like I just got to remember them one by one. We had another giveaway on the MGL account on Twitter. I think a link should be coming up by your boy Draco-san, so he should be giving that up to you guys. And if you want to join, it's through gleam.io. You just got to join as you usually do with giveaways. I don't think I have to explain. People normally know how gleam.io works out.
Everybody knows.
Yeah, everyone knows gleam.io, and you just got an opportunity to win a new Razer headset. So I joined myself, you know, it can be a free headset. You got nothing to lose, everything to win, so do not hesitate and go join the giveaway on the MGL Twitter handle. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Day Nominate, Imperium, do you have anything to add before we do wrap this up?
Well, as it is our last opportunity, again, look out for the donate message in chat, guys. It's !donate. Dracosin, Sylvia, Moobot, they've all been posting it. It allows you free entries. I think it's, what, 50 cents a piece, Max, man?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's 50 cents a piece. But it's totally free. It's 100% gifted by Matcherino. All you have to do is click the link, sign in, and use the code that should be in the actual Moobot message as well, I think. And again, it just helps the prize pool out. It's the last chance we're gonna have to let you guys in on this before prizes start getting dished out. So just last effort, try to get, you know, an extra little bit in here for these guys. They spent a lot of time practicing and getting ready for this championship. You know, a ton of time committed from these final two teams, DVI and Sly especially. So, you know, good way to end 2018. And I'm excited to see what Europe brings in 2019 as well.
Yeah, indeed. Cannot wait to see that.
EU over NA.
Yeah, go for it.
EU over NA.
EU over NA for now.
For
now.
Well, we'll see. For now, it's EU better than NA, so we'll keep that for now. Anyways, Imperium,
for real though, what? For real, EU huge performance at Worlds this year. I don't even think it was the best EU team sent, and they still did better than North America's.
What?
I would throw Sly right up there to be just as good. I want to.
Wait.
Sly is Clash.
What other EU team? Sly is Clash.
They're just under another name.
Not. Why am I thinking? I want to see them go up against Oogie Boogie.
Oogie Boogie. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking of. Oogie Boogie versus Sly. We didn't really get to see that true matchup because of one. Sly or Oogie Boogie. They were undefeated until Leon couldn't play, right?
So is it Oogie Boogie or is it Team Leon?
It's Team Oogie Leon. But I really would like to see Oogie Boogie face off with their full starting roster. It was a little unfortunate that they couldn't have their full lineup and they ended up dropping down. I would even say into the losers bracket because of that. They clean swept game 1. Moving into game 2, they had to fill in a sub and it didn't go well for them there. So I would throw them right up there with Sly. I think they're a great team.
Yeah,
and I'm super excited to see what these teams are able to bring to 2019. You know, hopefully a little bit more of an actual competitive scene for Vainglory. I think I know we took a step back. I think we've really set together a huge platform to begin for 2019. We've now got 5v5 set in stone. We've got the draft taken care of. A little bit more of some finesse on the PC client would be nice, but you know, we're getting there a little bit at a time.
Yeah. Suppose, yeah, to kind of echo what you said, and look, yeah, of course, 2018 was a break. Going into 2019, I really do believe and think that there are going to be bigger things for the competitive scene, but it will always require the support, the positive reaction, and the hard work from the players. Yes, we all have a life. We all have our own things that
life. What server is that?
Outside of Vainglory, but if we all want an effective, positive, and workable, and successful esports scene, we all need to be part of it. We can't stand back and want an esports scene but not really be part of it or not support it when anything comes along and tries to advocate it. So we all need to, as players, as casters, as everybody that just loves Vainglory, we need to really come into 2019 and do whatever we kind of can and be a positive advocate for an esports scene. Hopefully it will be matched by SEMC, and that is my personal belief, and that is obviously my hope going into 2019. But that was the EU Champions Cup, and Sly, we have forgotten, or not forgotten, but we haven't really mentioned, they will represent EU in the upcoming WESG finals in China, guys. That's going to be really exciting to watch.
Yeah, indeed. Cannot wait to see how it's going to work out in China. We got to get more information. We don't have that much info about that, like any kind of dates or anything, but it will get revealed in time when it is needed. Anyways, I've seen a chat right now that Leon said he subbed because he had to be with his girlfriend. We see where the priorities are at, Leon. Okay, no problem. I thought gaming was better than anything, but okay, no problem. It's all good.
Dude, man, Leon, your girlfriend's going to leave you, but Vainglory won't. So, come on, man. Get your priorities right.
Oh, Imperial.
I don't mean that. I don't mean that.
Wow.
Savage.
Okay, anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming around. Sorry for all the technical issues between Vainglory and OBS. I don't know what was going on. It's pretty weird. They were just randomly crashing and stuff. But we'll be better for the next production, for the next Vainglory MGL tournament. There will be more. We will be coming back for you guys anytime soon. Anyways, guys, once again, thank you so much for sticking around. Stay awesome, and see you all on the rise in 2019. Bye.
My thoughts are with you, holding hands with your heart to see